Hi guys, I'm Kiera, also known as Hobokiki here on the internet, and today we'll be actually going into my media journal. We're going to skip ahead to this page. As you can see, I already sketched, but I will be using these Pigma Micron pens to ink, and then this Furinosuke pen for the hair, as well as some mild liners. We're just going to jump right into it. I know, you guys. It almost feels unfair that I'm not showing you guys like the whole sketching process. But hey, you kind of have to just like give me a little leeway here because I haven't really been into art the way that I really want to be into art, the way that I used to be into art. So it's kind of like a new learning process. It's like I'm relearning everything all over again. I'm going through the rough stages and we're getting there slowly but surely. I definitely like this sketch better than a lot of the other sketches that I've done this year. So we're slowly getting there. And when I say slowly, I do mean slowly, okay? So eventually, when I feel comfortable again in the drawing process, I would be more than happy to show you the sketching process as well. But we ain't there yet. So you're just going to have to buckle in and kind of just like wait until I'm comfortable again. I'm sorry. But when I am comfortable again, I don't mind showing the sketching process. For now, here's to hoping that the inking process suffices. I am using this mile liner. I think it was the closest mile liner that I have or highlighter that I have to the background of like Meg's cover art for his. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it a little bit. If you're new here, hi, how are you? This is the Hobonichi Day Free that I am doodling in, and I am using this as my media journal for the year. So anything related to whatever media I intake each month that goes here in this journal here. Initially, I wanted a book journal, but I knew myself. And it's like, girl, you're not about to read 4, 5, 6, 7 books a month. That's just not who you are as of today. So having a whole nother journal to maybe read 1 or 2 books a month, it just wasn't gonna cut it. It didn't make sense. But you know what I do every month? I watch videos, I listen to music, I watch anime, I play video games. So I intake a lot of media. And if we're all being honest, I think we all intake a lot of media. So I thought, maybe I can't do a book journal, but I can do a media journal and then add the books that I've read for that month in this journal as well. So that's where the media journal came about. And today we're focusing on Megan Thee Stallion's new official music video entitled Hiss. Now, I noticed that Megan is definitely heavy on the snake motif, and I'm here for it, girl. The visuals, baby, the visuals was given what they needed to give, okay? I was intrigued by the whole thing, and there was a lot going on, to be honest. But it was a very clean video, and I liked the direction that they went in, and it was fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I just wish that not everything in the female rap group, or how can I say this? I just feel like most, if not all, female rappers have to show their butts. And it's like, I get it. Sex sells. Sex, get it right, Kira. Sex sells. There it is. And so, like, I get why they do that. But it's just like, come on. Especially when you got the kind of lyrics that Meg has, the kind of bars that girl can spit. It's like, you don't need to rely on that, but I get it. I just wish, they went more so in like the snake direction and like really, dived into that area rather than showing her body. But, got to market to the men as well, right? And Meg has a gorgeous body, so I get it. I get it. Trust me, I ain't being a hater. I guess it's the artsy fartsy person in me. It's just like, come on, let's get even more creative. Let's really get into it. But I really did like that brain scene, even though it had a lot of butts in it too. It had a lot of butts in it too, but that was pretty cool. Like the visuals, I was happy with it, just with the visuals alone. I'm like, okay, let's get creative then. Now, when it came to the actual lyrics, that's a different story. Megan did not come to play with anybody. She said, you can get it, and you can get it, and you can get it. All y'all catching strays, all y'all catching. Like, she did not care. And that was entertaining. That's her job. But it was kind of like refreshing and like also come on. But because, I really wish the rap girls could get it together and just make like a bomb album all together because like they're all talented. But you guys know my little kumbaya ass. It's like no, Kira, that's not how the world works. People are gonna have beef with each other, and it just is what it is. But if you're gonna have beef with somebody, this is honestly the best way to go about it because your job is to rap. And honestly, since rap was first created, that's what people did. They put their problems out on the mic and it just recorded how they felt, and that's what it was. And so, a part of me is like, oh, come on, you guys, get it together, be friends, make good music together. And then another part of me respects it. Like, your job is to basically tell a story on the mic while there's some music playing in the background. Essentially, I think someone said rap is rhythmic American poetry, something like that. I'm going to have to Google that now. But it's in my head for some reason, so I believe that's a true statement. But, take my words with a grain of salt. But anyways, yeah, so this is her story right now. So it is what it is. She said what she said, and I was here for it. I'm like, dang, girl, relax, but also don't relax. When I was inking this, I had to be really careful the way I was inking because if you don't know, the Hobonichi paper, it likes to have ink sit on top of it for a little bit before it dries. And that's scary when you're inking things because it is so easy to smear. So I was kind of like holding my hand up the whole time while I was inking things. This was actually one of my favorite parts. I love inking hair with the Fudenosuke pen. It's just so easy and effortless. Like, all you have to do is leave a little sliver of white and it kind of looks like the hair has its own shine. And you'll see it as I go around doing her whole hair because I will show the whole inking process for the hair. It's just so fun. Once you know how to use the Fudenosuke pen, honestly, the world is your oyster because it really is just about the pressure and how you're holding the pen. I love to ink it, so I make, how can I explain this? It's easier done than said, right? But what I like to do is, starting from the roots, I put a lot of pressure on the pen I'm like squeezing the pen onto the paper, not too hard to where it bleeds through, but I'm putting a little bit of weight on it. And then when I want to feather out the lines, I just kind of release the tension that I'm putting on the paper. I release the pressure. And when you do that, that kind of feathers out the ink and it makes it look like there's, how can I say this? Like a shine in the hair, as you can see right here. And that is just so easy and so fun and so effective. So if you can learn how to master that, I swear you're going to love inking hair as well. Although your girl was having a little too much fun, you know what I'm saying? I started holding the ink or the pen down a little bit too hard, and I was going over the lines. And at one point, I did get really scared, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know this is bleeding, right? Because I'm going over lines multiple times, and this is a dark black pen. This is going to ink. The Hobonichi paper is as fragile as can be. Why am I doing this? And then as I was spiraling for a little bit, as I tend to do, I was like, you know what, let me not stress myself out here. Let me just flip the page and see if the ink is indeed bleeding. And you guys, you know what? I was tripping for no reason. Just tripping for no reason. Tripping for funsies because nothing bled. Yes, there is shadowing, but that is very normal in the Hobonichi. I'm sorry if you do not like shadowing, do not get a Hobonichi because every page is going to leave a shadow. But yeah, other than the shadowing, it was nothing there. So I was just tripping for no reason. I really did like how messy but like put together her hair looked at this stage because Megan, I was like using a reference picture, right? And she did have like some bed head, like, that Victoria's Secret head. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And I guess I'll leave you my reference picture here in case you're wondering. Am I painfully aware that this is like Megan, but in Uncanny Valley? Yes, I'm very aware. But again, I have not been sketching as much as I should have, so I am very rusty, and I actually like this sketch a lot better than a lot of the other sketches that I have produced. So I'm just going to say here, a win is a win. I also want these media journal spreads to be very loose, basically no pressure, kind of like a sketchbook in a way. I'm not trying to make things perfect. I'm not trying to do like a whole decorative thing here. I'm just trying to mark down the things that I inhaled from the media. So it's still supposed to be rather loose. And am I making excuses? Possibly, possibly. I might be trying to gaslight you into thinking that this is okay. This is an okay sketch. No, but honestly, if I put more time into it, I know that I would be able to make it look a lot more like her. But as I stated before, with the whole like book journal thing, I don't really have a lot of time. And I think it's because I'm trying to do a lot of things at once, which is probably not the best for a lot of people. But for your girl, it's like it can be done. I just can't put in a lot of time into everything. So I gave myself 20 minutes. I said, Kiara, you got from start to beginning to finish this page in about 20-25 minutes. That's what you have. And so that's what was done. Now, I do believe that if I used all those minutes to just draw her and not worry about inking, but just to get the proportions of her face correct, yeah, I could have definitely got her to look closer to Meg, but it's whatever. Like I said, I got spare time, but not too much spare time, so it is what it is. I'm sorry. But with practice, I should be able to get better and draw these sketches more quickly, but still look more like the people that I'm trying to get them to look like. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of fun drawing these scales as well. I freehanded them and they were fun. And I will say, me adding the shading on her face really quickly definitely helped make it look a little bit more like Meg. But again, it is going to be about proportions of eyes, angles of nose, proportions of nose that makes a person look more like a person rather than the shading, although shading does help a lot. So, like I said, with practice, we'll get better. The lighting is weird, so you guys are going to have to wait until the end to see how it looks when it comes to the shaded picture of her, but I am going to add these rating stickers down here, and I'm going to give it a smooth 4 stars. If you watched the music video, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. That's it, you guys. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Like if you liked the video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Thanks. Bye.